Yo, yo, yo. Don't know what happened to my transition, but we got there. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Chalkcast 139. We've got myself, JB, and apparently GarrettG. How we doing, mate?
Whoa, apparently GarrettG. Is that what's going on now? I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing
I
well.
thought you were gonna call him something like ApparentlyJack, or try and mix in
that sounds
Garrett
a bit.
and the app.
Apparently doesn't sound great. I don't know, just off the rip. But we're here. We're live. We're on a European time zone as well. I saw some people in the chat going, "What on earth is this? EU friendly time zone?" Well, we're back. We've got no Garrett this week. He's away for the weekend for a few days, and we thought we still want to get out of Chalkcast for you guys. And let's get a guy who can absolutely take the host shoes, fill the boots of Captain America. We've got Captain England, actually. Captain UK even, Jack. So this is a bit of a cross-continent rivalry right here.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if I can fill the shoes of Garrett. I don't know. They're big shoes to fill. He's very good at what he does. So I'll try my best here.
Yeah, he's I don't know what he's actually doing, but I think he's away for the weekend with fam and stuff. So we gotta let him have some breaks. We'll let the captain have a few breaks. Excuse. It is what it is. But we still need to get it chalked out because Johnny, this man over here, Jack, has been absolutely glazing the 2v2s that have been happening in the RLCS of late. Jack putting out just clickbait videos after clickbait videos on Zen and Atow. What's going on?
Well, one video covering their run. No, it was a good run. I had to do a video on it, CJ. You know how it is. Mm-hmm. When something happens in Rocket League, you go cover it. Did a video, watched the replays, and it was a good run. Not bad.
What did you make of it then? Like, give us a bit more juice.
Oh, I mean, that was probably the best run we've seen in like an RLCS tournament for sure. Like it's
you tweeted,
yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah, I tweeted. It was easily the most dominant run we've ever seen. That was like absolutely insane. 44-1 is ridiculous. To do that in 2v2 is like, people think it would be almost less impressive, but it's probably the most impressive. Like everyone plays twos, everyone hard grinds twos and whatnot, and like just to do that is kind of insane.
There was a little debate on this I saw on Reddit actually in terms of 2v2 whether it's as impressive. So you're on the fence of the fact that everyone plays twos. It's more impressive because I think it was John Aka always and a few on Reddit saying that because there's no professional 2v2 and it hasn't had the chance to go beyond ranked, that the skill ceiling isn't as high as 3v3 and even 1v1.
No, I don't know if I agree. I mean, I get where the point's coming from because like it obviously makes sense, and I do agree in some sense that like if 2v2 was practiced like professionally, like scrims every day kind of thing, like true scrims, then yeah, the skill ceiling would this is how I see it. The skill ceiling for twos is probably actually higher than like RLCS 3s, for example, right? Because it's just you've just got more time on the ball and whatnot. It shows a little bit of like kind of mechanical like characteristic and also understanding of the game, whereas ones doesn't have, I would say, that to the same level as rotation and whatnot. It's not all things. So I think twos, threes here, but I do agree that if twos was practiced, then that here this would probably just go up to like up to here kind of thing, right? It would just go up slightly and be even higher of a skill ceiling. So I agree that the overall ceiling could be higher of it, but I still think it's the highest already of the three modes.
Because it's
most gameplay for sure, most game time.
Oh, everyone plays it all day. Like
everybody grinds it. Yeah.
It's
obviously it's ranked. They're not fully tryharding all the time to strategize the best possible way to.
Yeah, it's not like maximize.
You're not comming if you're playing ranked.
It's not bad. It's impossible to get high rated in Rocket League and to win Rocket League without trying to to win. You can't. There's no cheese strats. We're not like, oh, today in ranked we're going to abuse Fog of War or we're going to use this new thing that they decided. No, you're just playing Rocket League. It's like mostly mechanical. So the extra space in twos, having more space to have skill expression, to be mechanical, I think is what enables players like Zen and Atow to separate themselves from the field farther than they can in threes. You said in your video, Jack, if I remember correctly, about this, that you can play against Zen in threes, and you're talking about the entire pro
Right.
scene can play against Zen in threes, but in twos he's unplayable. Do you want to explain the differences to
Yeah, I
people
mean,
about what's it like playing Zen in threes versus twos?
yeah, I mean, unplayable. Like, obviously, you know, you obviously can win. It's just what I mean. It's like in the threes, you know, playing against anyone in threes, you can beat them. And I'll say this pretty loosely as well, but pretty easily. You can beat them quite easily at times, right? Like it's never like that insane to beat kind of any player in the world in threes, if that makes sense. But there are certain players in twos, and Zen is probably the highest of them. He's definitely the best twos player, but yeah, it's harder to pull off, you know, kind of an upset, I guess, or you know, pull off a win against a player that's kind of better individually. In threes, they just have less impact, right? And you'll see this more and more if Rocket League ever moved to 4v4, 5v5, 6v6, so on and so on. Players will just have less impact individually. I mean, it just makes kind of sense to that point. So yeah, that's what twos is. It's, you know, you play these players and you can take games, but it's extremely hard. In threes, it's not like that. It's not as hard to kind of outperform a player like on an individual level or on a team level, should I say even.
It feels like twos you can't. Well, in threes you can still sort of have the facilitator. You know, I'm looking at kind of your Archies and stuff who on ball
Yeah, exactly.
aren't as flashy and can't do as much as the best. But twos, it kind of feels like, you know, a Zen and Atow. Like you just have to have two guys that are insanely, you know, mechanical on ball and can make things happen.
Yes. Yeah. There's really like, yeah, there's no world where you'd see the winner of a twos tournament not be kind of the, you know, two S tier level players individually on a mechanical level kind of thing.
Mm.
Whereas in threes you think have the
100%.
Oh, 4v4, I'm coming back. I think there's more room for just role play. There's role players. Like, I'm demoing. I'll be demo, mate.
Yeah, CJ's back. 5v5, CJ's like an S tier player, and you know, we go into the 6v6, you might just be the best in the world. So it's for sure. When there's like more players, it's definitely easier. And it's not like that's not a, you know, diss at those players. It's more so just how the game modes work. You can 100% have teams win 3v3 tournaments that don't have any of these, like, you know, individual, you know, players that you would put on like an S tier like caliber. And they can win it over and over again. It's just team play is far more important than threes than it is in twos. Twos is much more individual kind of basis.
It's the same in
sure.
like regular football as well. Like, if you just had a tournament that instead of 11v11, you wouldn't have specialist roles if it was like, you know, 2v2 in football or soccer. So
it's sort of like I mean, I think there's a lot of similarities between Rocket League and Jack's favorite sport, tennis, which has doubles in every tournament. All the big tournaments have a doubles tournament.
A lot of prize money in doubles too.
The main one.
No one watches it.
There is, yeah. There's the prize money in the mixed doubles. There's prize money in men's and women's doubles, and then there's the singles is where all of the best players are every time, because that's the hardest, the most prestigious, the most difficult. Have you played doubles in tennis, Jack, when you were younger? You used to play a lot?
Yeah, I played a good amount of doubles. I enjoyed doubles a lot. That was very fun. Yeah,
Did it have a similar kind of easier in doubles to compete against players that are better than you effect?
It's
in singles?
It's a weird one because it's just two very different kind of skill sets, I guess. Like, yeah, I don't know if it's a one-to-one like kind of comparison. I do agree though. You can compare them to Rocket League in some sense that like, you know, singles players typically aren't great doubles players right off the bat, and especially vice versa. Like it goes both ways though. Whereas in Rocket League, it's not as similar. But yeah, like the thing is with doubles, you have to be so good at volleying, right? Like in tennis, and so it's a little different. But I get the comparison.
Maybe like ones and twos would have been like if Rocket League ones just happened to be the main game mode, and then twos came along, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is way easier
probably
to
a good
compete."
comparison. Yeah,
it would be really similar because you've got totally different skill sets in ones and twos in Rocket League. But the one that would be the one that would be harder to get an upset in would probably be ones. You're not going to beat somebody better than you in ones, whereas in twos you've got more of a chance, and then you add in a third player in threes, you've got good chances, you said earlier, to get an upset. And even on a outside of professional setting, I've experienced that. I've got I actually made it my brand in the early days, not to be good at Rocket League, but to beat people despite being bad. Therefore, making them feel bad about losing to me. Because in threes you can do that. You can just go and queue up with 2 players who are really good, and if you're playing 3 players who are really good, it is still winnable. You just have to be good at getting carried, which is not happening in 2s or obviously in 1s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's still some room, I feel like, in 2s just to be a bit of a demo main, play your role sort of thing.
Well,
But
Atow, like,
Atow said that.
yeah.
yeah, I mean, Atow, as much as like as good he is on the ball, I mean, like, look, he's the, you know, he's one of the best like on the ball players in the world, but on that team, he's probably the second best player on his team and on the ball because of Zen as the other player. But Atow off the ball is well, he's probably the best at it in the game right now, or at least in 2v2 from what we've seen. He kind of filled that role perfectly all weekend. You know, Zen was creating so much on the ball. Atow was doing so well with the demos off the ball. His also his like challenging and his like spacing was amazing. And then when he needed to on the ball as well, he would come in and make his play and make it a really high level play as well. So it's not like he's it's not like he's doing terribly on the ball. He's still probably the second best player in that tournament on the ball in that weekend. But yeah, he was filling his role really nicely. They do work well as a team, as if anyone can tell.
Yeah.
What was their record overall? It was like in games 44-1, but goals as well was something really interesting to see because they barely conceded compared to their rivals. Despite playing so many games, they were the team in the main event who conceded the least, the smallest amount of goals.
Yeah, I think they conceded 20 goals from memory. 20 goals the next and they made it all the way through to the final and won the tournament. Obviously, like if the further you make it into the tournament, the more goals you concede naturally because the more games you're playing. Doesn't mean you're losing the games, it's just more games are being played. You're taking more goals over that course of time. The next lowest team was GHT at 22 goals throughout the entire tournament.
In round 1.
Who went out, round 1, they played 2 series, and so they're, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it's easily the most dominant tournament we've ever seen. I mean, like RCSX BDS, like we thought that was, and it was dominant. You're talking like season, what is it, Johnny? Season 6 dig, right? Like where they went through the entire did they lose a series throughout the entire season until the grand final?
Until the grand final, that's
World's
correct.
grand finals,
you could also think of I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I mean it just looks like when MENA got added and Sandrock were winning absolutely everything. It genuinely just looked like this, where every single match,
and that's
even the ones where it were in overtime, they didn't feel close. You're watching these thinking, I mean, Zen and Atow are never conceding here. They just look so comfortable. They're so in control, and they just don't look like they're going to make any mistakes. And then eventually, sure enough, they'll score. So it really did feel just like a foregone conclusion. Made us feel like idiots. We were trying to think of a way to not predict them actually in our Patreon.
Well, I was going to bring that up, Johnny, because Jack,
we were really trying to. We didn't want to be boring. We were like, Zen and Atow are the favorites, but what is the world where they can lose? And
what was your prediction?
Decided to go with Tira.
Yeah, I did a prediction. So I got baited by my Twitch chat to make it. I swear to God, I'm calling out my viewers. They made me make it like a game 7. They were like, nah, Oski and Nass are going to make it close. And I was kind of with them. I was like, yeah, like it could be.
Yeah.
I was saying, I think this is a close series. 4-1 Zen and Atow, because I just thought that like that could be a close series. It could be like close games. I still think they're going to like run away with the series like fairly, not easily, but comfortably in a 4-1 kind of thing. And I made it like a 4-3 at the end, but it was and it's not that I like. It's obviously hindsight's 2020. Like I think I look back now and before for my prediction and think that I was more heavily favoring Zen and Atow than I actually was at the time. I still thought Oski and Nass had a really solid chance of winning that series. I'd probably give it like a 75-25 kind of thing in Zen and Atow's favor. But I predicted them to win the whole tournament, but I predicted like a game 7 in the grand finals, which is not what we got.
It seems
once Zen scored that shot, I don't know if you guys just watched that shot
off the wall.
you have on the stream right now. The double tap to the bottom corner. I was like, what's going on?
In behind the defender. I feel like when it's so obvious, people just like you think surely not. Like it's too obvious that they win. So everyone looks for the upset, which is I think what we did. We were like maybe Vatira just spoils the party over the two favorite teams again. But I mean,
I thought that series was going to be pretty close. And
it's just the narrative coming in though from the open quals with the crazy like pre-jump pinch plays and stuff. From what I saw was like, well, they can't do that against Oski and Nass. So when they do start playing better teams, which they didn't, but they were trolling.
Just in different realms. They just did it in different ways.
Yeah. So you expected it.
And I was saying this in my video that I did. It's not like Oski and Nass were playing really badly. I do think that they can play a lot better than they did in that series, but at the same time, they're also playing the team that are showing the highest level of Rocket League that we've ever seen right now. So, and every tournament is pretty much the highest level of Rocket League we've ever seen, bar like one or two. But usually that's just how the game progresses. But yeah, this was a really hard series for them. I still think they could have played better, but it wasn't easy. Like even if they played like really well, it's still going to be a crazy series to win.
So what does this do now for this Zen Atow combo that people have been waiting to see for so long? They join up. They have the most dominant tournament you've ever seen. Well, I mean, if your teammates of said players, Jack, are there conversations?
Look. I'm obviously like I can't like I'm not gonna it's like kind of a rough conversation to have for certain players that are teaming with these guys, but like that team is obviously gonna happen in the future. Like if we're I'd be very surprised to see it not happen. And that's no like disrespect to any of those guys' teammates. It's more so just a too much credit to the three players that are involved in that conversation. Like of course that team will happen. We're not stupid, right? Like that's
you said three. Yeah, that's intentional, of course. But we were surprised when we were watching this event to how many people were asking who do we think the third should be. We thought it was kind of obvious, but you do
right?
explain why is it Vatira and
Vatira's an incredible player. Doesn't need no explanations needed, right? He's a great player, and they're obviously all great players at the every top level pro is a great player, but some are just slightly better than others, and Vatira is definitely he's at that level
on LAN. Yeah, he's got the experience, he's got the reps.
Everywhere,
he wins LAN, he wins everything. Yeah, I mean the narrative was like, when is Zen joining KC? But I feel like it was nearly symbolic, the fact that Atow's gone to the Vitality headquarters to join Zen.
It's interesting that they boot camped. It's quite nice actually. I like that they took it really seriously.
I like it
because it's, and I think it's like even it's hard. Okay, I don't know actually. I guess it's kind of hard to like not take game modes that aren't just threes like at your absolute maximum like seriousness. And when I was playing like the ones last year, I didn't play the twos this year, but when I was playing the ones last year and this season as well in a few days, like you're obviously taking it like as serious as you can, but if you lose, you're not going to be as disappointed, or at least maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I don't think players
it's not your career on the line as much as
threes is the deal, right?
Threes is life.
Threes is like pretty much your entire life. So like when you lose in that's a day ruiner kind of thing, or a week ruiner. So like
the MCA just threw the Formula 1 up.
Get that load out.
Fernando,
cut it. We're gonna get absolutely ruined.
They've got strong DMCA.
They've got a very strong. We might have to put a little black screen over that. Yeah, but they, as you said, you were saying twos is not life. Threes is life. Yeah. Keep going.
You're not taking it like you're not going to be as disappointed. But I really like the fact that they almost put that on the line and said, no, we actually will be, very disappointed that if we don't win this tournament and qualify for the World Championship, because they, with boot camp, we've put our, investment into this kind of thing, not only time, but money's involved in that boot camp kind of situation. Atow's flown out, whether his org or whatnot has covered that, it's still an investment. So I do like that they actually did that. I do think it gave them an advantage. They were making some jokes that they were playing like, the games together and stuff. And these are the small things that in great teams, is sometimes a difference, right? Like having a good team chemistry outside of the game is one of the most important things to how you play in game. It's a little weird, but CJ, you'll know that at pro level
100%.
back in the day, and it makes a huge difference. So I like that they boot camped. I'm really interested to see the rest of the regions. We know that Sam, Yan, and Swift won. But I'm really interested to see NA, and to be honest, I'm really interested to see MENA, because I don't want to jump the conversation, but I heard that someone in my Twitch chat told me, so it could be just a lie. There's probably about a 70% chance it's just a lie, but I heard that Charlie's actually playing from well, I don't know where he is, but I think France, right? And not in
Europe.
Yeah, I don't know where he lives. He lives in France in Europe, right?
I thought so, yeah.
Usually, I think so, yeah.
I thought so.
But he basically, I got told that he's not playing in Saudi, which I don't know how true that is, because it's from my Twitch chat. But someone was pretty confident that he wasn't playing from Saudi for the 2-2.
I trust him.
Yeah. Well, that's worse. If that is true, I don't know if that's true. I can't verify. But if that is true, that's worse than trying to play on Europe servers from MENA. Playing MENA servers from Europe is really difficult. It's almost unplayable. So
yeah,
that
why
would
is the
not
ping
be winnable?
Yeah, I pinged to MENA servers really badly.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's too complicated. People try to solve it, or it can't be done. Can't be done.
Yeah.
Just trust me, bro. It's harder.
But,
networking or something.
Yeah, God knows. But yeah, so if he's on like 100 ping, and Diaz is playing from Sam. So
yeah, Diaz is playing from Sam.
So that change. Oh well, he's with
that's more doable though. He's from the north of Brazil.
He's used to it.
Brazil is really Brazil's huge. So being from the north of Brazil,
played really well in ones when he was on 100.
Yeah,
God knows what ping.
He gets like 80 or 90 or maybe 100 ping on a bad server, and I think central servers are the ones that are closest to him. So that's the ones that they use for RLCS. So he might actually be fine.
I actually have heard Charlie actually told me. I think we were at FIFA that he said that playing on the ping isn't actually that bad, but that was a long time ago. That was when he first moved over, so he might have changed his opinion since then. I think, who knows? So that could be an issue like for that duo. So I'm interested to see like MENA, because I don't think it's clear cut now that the high ping kind of comes into factor. And yeah, I'm looking forward to NA because it's actually got quite a good few duos there.
It's a good little segue that you've gone for here, Jack, because I think Banana Head just came into chat and said, "Is NA on this weekend?" Indeed, NA is on this weekend. Did we have any big upsets in the NA, like who were not in the main event?
Yes, there was one. I would say it's a big upset. Frosty and Magic Bear beat Daniel and Beast.
Oh, right.
Didn't make it in, I mean.
On an individual. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone didn't make it in. Bro, Europe was insane. We actually didn't speak about that, but that's actually insane that, like, there were like 4 big upsets in Europe that I can think of that didn't qualify through to the
Chorius and
Noli,
Sierra and Stizzy in crazy fashion.
Yeah.
They just had an absurd throw to not
Joyo and Growly should have qualified. For sure, and Raziz and whoever he was with, but Raziz is a great player and he should have qualified. So at 5, Exotic and Alpha didn't qualify with Exotic.
Oh yeah, true.
And that duo should 100% qualify as well. So there was some really big upsets in the EU, which
that never happens in NA though. So like it's like no.
Yeah, NA is it's weaker at the bottom, and there's less like things that can happen
in the bubble for all of you guys who are saying, "Oh, here comes the NA hate." No, this is just like
I think NA is great. I think
we don't have to worry about. We don't have to worry about teams getting eliminated in Swiss.
Yeah, it's just that the lower it's for sure, and there are upsets can happen, but EU it's definitely like a kind of a dogfight there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, the NA 2v2, though. As you said, all the teams have made it through. But what I would like to do, because it seems like we're already there and you guys know what's happening, we're going to do a little 2v2 tier list. So we're not going to do NA predictions. We're going to do a global 2v2 tier list. Obviously, we've seen Sam, we've seen Europe. We obviously have MENA and NA as well. Okay. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it on the fly. It's going to be a little bit scuffed because there's no actual tier list. It's just me doing it.
It's on brand.
It's quite
It's a little bit, yeah.
It is
a very bit actually.
Quite on brand. So I'm gonna flick over to this thing. You guys might just want to follow along on the stream. I'm just gonna write them in. So I've already flung in the top dogs over here, Zen. They're probably in a little.
Well, if we don't agree with that, you just thrown them in.
Well, you could argue they're S+, but I don't have that available.
Can we change it to Z? Like, can that top tier be Z? No reason in particular.
That I don't know if you realize what I'm working with here, but this is gonna have to stick.
I don't know if that's possible. I think it's a picture.
This is.
Wait, I mean, it says S. I just mean like the S instead of calling it
I don't
S
think you
here,
can
we call it
can't
Z.
change
Look, I can put in
it's
a
an image.
little thing
Yes,
here
I think it's an
if that
image.
helps.
I think it's an image.
If that helps.
No, I like
That's
the
fine.
S
S tier is fine. I
S tier.
don't
It looks
mind
clean. It looks clean. So what we're gonna do is gonna go through the globe. Should we start with with Europe? I guess fill that in because we've had the results there. We're still putting Oski and Nass as like S tier. I guess by having Zen and okay, we're not. By having Zen and Atow here, this is the problem, is because they're in the same. Can we just we'll leave a space after like Zen and Atow to show that they are distinctly ahead of others. But I feel like there's got to be other S tier.
Oh, no way. I'd say after this weekend, there's no other S tier team than in EU at least.
Jack,
I think Zen and Atow have clearly
then
everyone's
gonna have to get knocked down a bit. We might have some players in D tier that they shouldn't be in like an
can we just say that Zen and Atow are in S plus for the idea of this? That I'm not gonna make it. I probably could, to be honest. If you really want me to, I can make it.
Put gap. Just put.
No, I actually like see what Jack said there about we might have to put some players in D. I think we should just do that because every tier list is too nice. We're just like,
so there's only one.
Also
okay,
S super plus and S like triple plus. But no, we could just be like, no, some players are D tier in this
tier list
collection of players.
Like there's going to be. That's going to be hard to do.
Okay, that's true.
Someone takes a screenshot of this tier list, so my face isn't in it. But
well, how about you just grow up for a second? Because you're right, Johnny. This is a tier list, not of just in general. We're not saying that these players are D. It's in comparison to the other players on the list. Yeah, so if you're in D tier, you're still in the top. You know, if you're on the list, you're going to be in the top 20 duos in the world. Congrats.
Congrats.
So that's what I like. All right. Let's fill it out then. So we're going to go on Oski Nass A tier. You happy with that?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm with it.
This is looking good. Look at that. Looks nice too. Looks very clean. All right, keep reeling them off for me.
Fun.
You guys run the show.
So that's a juicy A. That's the other A tier.
Okay.
Hang on, let me get my Wikipedia open. Okay, but hang on. We're not doing duos, are we? We're doing players, right? This is a player tier list. Is this a duo tier list or a player?
I think it's got to be duos if you ran them in it like a tournament.
Yeah, duos. Just to see how the regions compare, how all the duos compare. Yeah. But then B tier EU, who would be in B? Because that's obviously the clear. I think for me that's the clear SA tier. Then B is a bit less.
Tempo and Metsu would be B, no?
Yeah, I think they were good.
I like that.
Acro and Seiko. Yeah, but now we're just listing off the like.
You're just looking at the results. Boys. You're looking at the results.
Yeah, but like no, it was kind of nice how the results were almost.
The results are pretty accurate. Yeah,
like they were very dominant final, very dominant semis, and then Man City versus Chemistry was super close. The other semi wasn't because again tier difference. In the teams, so Man City, Chemistry, and GK could be our.
We might have to make some movement. At the end here, but I don't know if I agree. I wouldn't put Eugene and Risfox in the B tier. Maybe.
But you're happy with Tempo, Mitsa, Acro, Seiko, and B tier?
Didn't Eugene and Risfox wait? What was their match that they had against these?
They had a game 7 against City. It was close. Oh, they should have won the series to be fair. But I just
so I think they have to go there then. They should have.
I don't know if I can agree. But we can make some movement at the end. We can put it. We can put it there for now. Yeah, Russell, I get what you're saying. That's the issue. I would put certain players in a tier and then move some of their duo teammates down. Like that's the issue I'm having.
So we want to put Reese Fox and Eugene in C.
Hang on, there are rumors that I won't be able to shift this. Is this how paint works? I can't shift
personally.
Hang on.
Well, you can. It's going to be really scuffed though. I think this is fine though. We're not going to need to worry about it. I think we're perfect so far.
Okay, we look
perfect.
Yeah.
Here comes T. Hey, T-Bates, if you want to come in here and give your 2 cents, happy for you to join the call. If you want to join the 2v, actually, we might need him for North America as well to stand up for your region.
Yeah. Let's get.
T-Bates, do you want to join?
Oski and
What do
Nass
you call it?
got swept. They were not close.
It was 4-0 though. Yeah, it was a clear gap.
No,
There's
T-Base is probably like up for. He's probably on his way to the office or something. It's like coming
true,
up to
some
9
morning.
a.m.
He's on his phone. He's on his phone. All right, let's
True.
keep moving. So we've got 5. We don't have to
Eugene
put
Reese-Fox.
every Eugene Reese-Fox. Did we say C tier?
C tier.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if we can. I don't know if I'd put them in B right now, but
Yeah.
look,
C.
I'm happy to have a conversation at the end.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put them in.
Yeah, Eugene Reese-Fox C, and then I think Toxic Revzy also
Yeah,
C.
Toxic and
So
Rev
2
C
eyes
for
for
sure.
Eugene. 1 eye. How do I spell Eugene?
1 eye.
1 eye.
Just Eugene.
Eugene. All right.
Eugene.
Toxic Revzy, where we want to lock them in as well.
Revzy C.
Okay, how many have we put in? How many duos
This is
have we
what
put
I'm
in there,
saying. We
guys?
got NA to fill out. We've got
NA,
We just need
Mina's
a
there,
Mina,
couple more. I think we
Sam.
just need a couple more. Yeah,
just
2
to
more
like
to round it
fill
out.
out the building blocks here. Okay.
Exactly.
Toxic
What
Revzy.
about like?
Angelic Burgers when Game 5 with chemistry
do
was
like.
a bit surprising.
Hang on, what was their name before that? Angelic ta 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 or something? Isn't that their original?
Sounds stupid.
Tongue.
Tongue. So.
It was that guy. The I've seen the meme.
The
I didn't
meme
know it
is-
was called
I've
that,
seen
but
the
yeah,
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 that's
that's a
bad.
good meme.
What else we got?
Angelic Burgers definitely HB Nico and D tier.
Yeah,
'cause
they'd be in D.
they deserve a mention in the list. Again, making the list
Sure.
is impressive.
See, I thought they'd beat. I thought they'd beat Eugene Reese-Fox, to be honest. Did it go to Game 5? They did play each other, right? Am I not? Or am I making that up? Yeah, they did.
Wait, they
Went
did
to Game
get 5.
5. Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
And then so Caliente made top 8, but I think they had a bit of an easy run.
Yeah,
That being said, they did actually. I wouldn't say that they're as good as HB Nico personally. I'd probably leave them off.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't put them over HB and
Season in
Ooh,
motion.
this is a
I'd probably
tough
say
list,
that's
isn't it? This is
I think that's their 8. That's it for now.
Yeah, but the issue is that's not the 8 best duos in Europe.
Yeah, there's some that didn't play or didn't go as well in the tournament as we thought they would.
Yeah. You whack a Joyous and Stizzy back together, and all of a sudden they're in the B together, or maybe even an A.
Or do we slide them in D tier because they
maybe
didn't
if
qual?
ApparentlyJack wasn't in Barcelona, we might have to
No,
make an F+
they didn't qual. They're not making the. We leave them off. This is it. This is the RLCS 2's tier list.
The problem is you could
RLCS
argue that they would have qualled if it was in NA or another region that we're also covering. But
that's
unlucky. That's their fault.
If Dan and Beast Mode don't make the D tier, they don't make the D tier. If there's some players in NA that we just think are worse duos than HB Nico, they just don't. You don't
Okay.
credit.
I like it.
The HB Nico they're the gatekeepers. I like that. So
yeah.
Let's put Yan and Swift in. I think Yan and Swift. Can I say A tier for Yan and Swift?
I don't know if I'm giving you.
Oh, Jack, I like it. He comes in strong. He just puts a roadblock.
I don't know if I can give you I would give them top of B.
4-0'd the final. And he says, I don't know about South America.
Dominant. I didn't watch. I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch it. But I obviously know the players. Like, I know the players.
Let's have a look at their run.
Players, but there are obviously fantastic players on the tier list.
All right, Jack, I'll give you their run.
3-0,
3-2.
If they didn't lose a game in the entire tournament, I could sneak them in the bottom of
They 4-1'd upper bracket
lost
quarters,
2.
4-1 the semifinals, 4-0 the grand finals.
It was dominant then.
Yeah.
Who did they play in the finals? Would it have been like a lost Drafinho angle or a lost like?
Let's see. They played against Cruz Credo. I have to remind myself. I looked the other day.
Let me
fill it
find
up.
this.
They beat Drops Drafinho in the final, and then the semifinal.
I don't know if
they were up against.
Is there a tier in between that we're missing here?
No,
in between,
I don't even know. I don't know if I'd give them like.
That's great.
No, it's not.
No, I'm with you. I'm happy to put him in B as well.
This is 2, so see, people are going to see it and think does make sense because Juicy and Vatira are in here, but then Yan and Swift is obviously not as good as these guys in RLCS in general, and then
I think we could put them back of A.
KC.
I'd pick them against Tempo, Mitzer, or
Look,
Akro
we've
Seiko.
got 3 people here, so if I'm like the, you know, if I get outvoted, I get outvoted. That's fine.
Okay, I just say why? Like, I think a big part of this, I think ranked 2s is very important in terms of like gauging to like RLCS players' level. When pre-Paris, Jan skyrocketed to like top 4 or top 5. He was immediately as soon as he landed in Paris boot camping, straight away comfortably top 10. And Swift is pretty high rated as well. So Jan having that, like he took Moxie to game 7 in the extra mode last year. I think he's going to be good on LAN 2s.
For sure.
I'm saying in combination, he's got
Banana Head gets top 10 when he boot camps. Should we put him in there?
Banana Head was top 5. He was great in 2s before Paris.
But you're missing the second part. You guys are clearly not listening. I said he's good in ranked, and he took Moxie to game 7 in the last year's extra mode 1s. So he can clearly play above his level you'd expect in these other modes.
Let him cook, Jack. Let him cook. Let him cook.
He is a Gamers 8 champion in 2s, 1s, everything. He is like a multi-mode like
he's fantastic. Like if look, Swift's a great player. But Jan's better, right? Jan is better for sure.
Big butt there.
Jan's a guy,
Jan would be an A. I don't know if Swift is quite an A. I think together I'm putting them top of B. But look, if I'm outvoted, I'm outvoted. If you guys look, CJ, you said you bottom of A, so we put them bottom of A.
Always happy with the bottom of A. I think it just
go for it. Some people can just be wrong in life.
That's my line.
I will also say my reasoning is I'm not sure if I can move these names on paint. So I'm more than happy to put back of A because there's less work in the back end for me to reshift things around.
Yeah, put them all the way on the right.
Yeah, so I think we put them all the way on the right over here, and we throw a little.
Surely you could copy paste, do like the entire row, do one name, and then Control.
Well, no, you would just have to like draw over in the same color using the color selection tool.
That guy's smart.
Too much work. I think you just.
We might. You could talk me. I could put them up here. I could just slide them a little bit above them into mini B. They could be close to the line.
Back of A. I think back of A.
Back of A. Look, you guys are.
We'll leave them over there, and it'll be. Actually, you can't even see them on.
Wait, no, we can't even see it. You put them on the screen.
Wait, when you say back of A, you're not saying back of A, are you?
Yeah, I'm behind A.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually it was on my screen, but I didn't realize that it doesn't go that far on your screen. I'll put them.
I'm saying that
over there.
Over, man. I think if we see that series against some of these B teams, I'm thinking it's a game 7. And look, Jan and Swift can take it, but I don't see a dominant win.
I don't think Tempo, Mitzer, or Akro Seiko are playing anywhere near their maximum level in RLCS 2's online. Jan on LAN was able to do exceptionally well. I think Jan is super confident guy. He's a very really shines through in 2s and 1s, which is something not all players have. Like he beat TRK in a little 1 show match online, which might not seem like much, but you know that's something that's extremely difficult to do, and he's just.
Are you talking like aura. 4 years ago? The one game 4 years ago.
Confidence is timeless. Confidence is timeless. So if we're talking about confidence, CJ just discovered a paper.
Are you saying like that? He's like, okay, it's fine. All right.
Okay,
let's
I am talking about East versus West, but the reason I bring it up is because if you remember TRK in that match, he was afraid to pull the trigger on his resets. He was going for a lot of mind games. Jan wasn't afraid. He was just going for flip resets. They really wanted to beat each other. I think you even said so yourself after you saw TRK lose. You felt sorry for him because he looked like he was devastated losing a little show match. So yes, I do think these little things are relevant.
TRK on stage together.
Jan's confidence is timeless. He's going to be confident too, so that's really going to shine through. I think that they're going to give a good match to the MENA duo, whoever the MENA duo ends up being. That's who they're going to play in the semifinals at Worlds.
I think it's a 4-2 at best.
I would like to see Johnny predict Sam in that matchup over MENA.
It's a great match, but
I probably won't predict them, but 4-2 is a great match, just for the record. Like we saw how many 4-0s, 4-1s.
4-2 is a good match. If I see Neo Tokyo, I'm happy. Yeah.
But that's why they're top of B. They're better than the B teams, but they're not. Okay. It's fine. We've already gone. We'll see what happens.
Let
Look,
bygones be bygones, and let's move
we'll
on.
have to get a gifted sub on the line for that match, Johnny. Well, if it's a 4-1 or a 4-0, I'll take the gifted sub from you. If it's a 4-2 or 4-3,
I don't think I'll be live streaming, which is a bit unfair for me. I'm not going to get any sub. I guess
in the offline chat. In the offline chat, Johnny.
You can drop it in there. You can drop it in there.
Yeah,
all right, let's move on either way. We'll see what happens at Worlds.
Okay.
And it's close enough that I can give it to you guys. You know, I don't agree.
Do we do MENA or
do
NA?
we finish with NA? Maybe do MENA.
I think we finished
MENA.
Yeah, let's.
No, we finished with NA for sure. Let's do. Are there any? Hang on. Are there any other Sam duos coming in here?
Lost and Motta. They didn't make the final, and that's the one argument that Yan and Swift didn't play them because they lost in 7 in the semi-final.
I would put them over HB and Nico.
Oh.
I could even maybe put them over Toxic.
Wow, what a turnaround from Jack the Sam lover.
Sam hater.
No, Lost and Motters. That's not a bad duo. And in EU, they're all similar. Like, yeah, for sure. I could even put them over Eugene and Ristox, but I won't. Because Eugene and Ristox had a good tournament. Before the tournament was played, I would have, but they had a good tournament. But I would sneak them in that C tier for sure.
Drops and Drafinho are in the final as well. They did beat them in set. Okay,
Drops
really?
Drafinho beat them.
Let me see this.
They beat them in Game 7. They won 4-3.
Would you like the link? I can put in the Twitch chat.
No, I see it. I'm on it right now.
Yeah,
I don't trust that though. Not that I'm saying it didn't happen.
No.
Oh, you don't trust my comprehension, my ability to read numbers.
No, I'm seeing the numbers.
Okay,
but they're not adding up.
No, I just think that like if you play that match more times, and I just think they're better choose players Lost and Mark, to be honest. But I would
think we should do it again in case it was lucky. In case it was lucky win, we should rematch.
I would put them in C, but if you don't want to, we don't have to.
Let's do it, Lynn. Okay,
I'm happy to get 2 in there. Yeah, we lost
both of them in C.
Both of them.
Drops Rafinha, Lost Mata. I mean, you got to put Drops and Rafinha in there if we're putting Lost and Mata in there. We have to.
And what were their other results? Drops and Rafinha.
Oh, I don't know.
Jack doesn't like it.
These guys made
maybe CJ call him Droofy for length.
Oh,
maybe.
Well, I've already done it.
That's too late.
Look, I'll do it again.
They beat these guys, man. I don't know if I would agree with.
Wait, we're saying back of D? I thought we were saying C or.
No, you said put them with Edgy and Nico, didn't we?
Oh, I missed that. I thought we were talking
I said C. I said C.
Oh, okay.
Above. I would put if I had to put if I was in charge, I'm putting Toxic and I'm putting Lost and Mar over Toxic and Revsy. Okay. And I'm putting Drops and Jafinho under.
And let me cook.
Careful, CJ.
What if I feel this?
Don't stack them.
Oh.
Don't stack them.
Would I actually? Maybe not. Maybe I put them over them. But it's. I would have Lost and Mar first, but because they lost them, I guess you can't. I don't know.
CJ, just grab it. Get the mouse tool. You can grab and drag.
The names. I wish I could, but I don't know where's the mouse tool?
This is Microsoft Paint, right?
Yeah, I've got a selection tool. But
it's okay. Don't worry about the order. We'll do the order later. Let's just put them in.
Okay.
Don't worry. But the Lost and Mata.
Are they both C? Are we putting both C?
They both have to be. They were Game 7.
Have to be.
It doesn't sit well with you, does it? They have to be.
I think Drops and Mata would be D for me, but Drops and Jafinha, would be over HB and Nico, but D. But I could put them both in C as long as I have Lost and Mata over them. I don't think that happens more times than it.
So we're putting Lost and Mata above. Be like that.
I personally would. Even though they lost the series, I really would. If I had to, if from my personal experience, but look, they beat them, so fair play.
Yeah. Why are people saying Johnny?
People say B. I mean, I think they could be B, honestly.
No. Yeah, I think they could be, but
do we put them back here?
Think
we do the Sam B and A.
No, Eugene Wristfox. I've already put them down a bit on C. I can't do them like that. You know what I mean? Like, they've actually had a good tournament, even though I actually do think Lost and Mata are better. But Eugene Wristfox, you got to give them some slight props for the tournament that they've had. It's decent. It's a really good
Drops
tournament.
and Droofy.
Sure.
Jeez, he hates saying that, doesn't he? Because he's got HB Nico down there.
He didn't enjoy that.
He did not enjoy that.
Like that.
He didn't like that.
I don't know if we'll run it. We'll run it.
That's tough. Okay, so we're happy with Sam. Let's move on to MENA. We'll come back if we need to.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. MENA time. That's this weekend?
Yep,
Yeah, I'm looking
it
forward
is.
to
It's
that.
a day
My
early
goodness.
as well.
Oh,
So it starts
tomorrow's
today,
main
no?
event.
Starts today. It
Starts
starts
today,
today. Yeah.
Today's main event.
There's today's main event. It's like just the group stage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dark
just
qualified with no one on his team.
Yeah, Dark qualified solo.
okay. That's
You 1v2.
impressive. Just to reel some of the duos off we've got in MENA for the audio listeners. We've got Drali and Naupo named the world champs, which is a great flex. They're going early on that, unless they're saying that they're both world champions in their own right. That makes sense.
I think they might be.
We've got Rawas clears as the Falcons, of course. We've got the Twins. We've got as well, you said Dark by himself. We've got TRK with Ghazi, so we've got a little bit of more mix and match from the threes. Thought the TRK was...
That's the 3 teams.
The 3 main ones, yeah.
Dr. Ops, of course. Dr. Known and Ops, which is huge. We've got Mossin and T7 Tellum. T7LM.
Tell him. Yeah, Mossin and tell him.
I don't think any of the other duos make the
Well,
actually.
Truk and Nash took the world champs to game 5 in the Swiss stage, and Twiz and Willie took TRK and Ghazi to game 5, which is a little bit more surprising, I'd say.
Yeah, I still don't know if any of the other duos make it, but MENA are very good twos players, so maybe one of them sneak it. But let's do the first 3, and then we'll have a look at the 4th. You know?
Okay.
Can I make a bold call then?
Okay.
I want to say, and this is before the event. We want to clarify.
He's going to go for it. He's going to go for an S.
He thinks.
I think.
No, he's
I
not.
think now put Drali's S.
Oh, there it is. I knew it. He was going to go for the S.
I think now put Drali's S.
Wow.
I've heard, the reason being, I've heard Zen and Atow both
they're the main competition.
Say that's their main competition. The team that can beat them, the team that they're the most, well, maybe they won't say scared of, but definitely the team that they're the least confident of dominating.
It makes sense as a duo, doesn't it? Because Naupo is just so fast. They're like best recoveries in the world. He's zooming, and Drali is just the opposite. He can play the pace. When Naupo
he can keep up with any team, but he's like very controlled.
Very controlled, and he's just happy to, if Naupo wants to go, he can go. He'll just bit of yin and yang about this match. I like the duo.
Yeah, but Oski and Nass are very, very
They're
good.
pretty good too, and they got mopped. They got mopped.
They get rank outside of Zen. There's only a few players that can get rank 1 on command. Some players can get rank 1 at their absolute
peak, like
kind of
day
peak.
one,
and
day
not even
peak,
peak's not even like a word to describe it. Like it's once it's hard. There's 4 or 5 players I think that can get rank 1, and it's usually Zen and Nass, and then there's a couple of others. Oski's in there. So are they better than Oski and Nass? Nupo's incredible, and they're incredible. I'm not set that they're not S tier. I could give you it, but is there a separation? Is there a genuine separation between Oski and Nass and Nupo and Drali? Genuine separation.
But what I'll say is, I had Oski Nass at S tier before this weekend, and now they just got bodied, so they're not S anymore. But now put Drali is still S until if they disqualify in the same dominant fashion.
Or did Zen and Atow elevate themselves off your rankings?
Well, I think it's a bit of both. I'll say Zen and Atow is number 1 now, just clear number 1. But I'd still put now put Drali in the same tier. But they are subject to change if they don't qualify to Worlds comfortably. They're probably not S. They need to comfortably qualify to maintain S status.
Okay. You're giving them it before the talk. Obviously, for everyone that's watching, this
got to be a little predictions. Obviously, yep.
Yeah, this is before the MENA tournament's been played. So you're giving them S tier. So we've just seen the most dominant RLCS run, right? In that we've ever seen. So that's that. We've not seen that before. But now we're almost putting them on an equal level, and then we'll drop them if it doesn't happen. But surely we should put them below it. And if they match that dominant, that amount of dominance, we already know is impossible.
You've got to earn it.
We already know is impossible. We already know it's impossible to do. Even if they sweep the entire tournament, you know that it's not on the same level as if they did that in EU. As good as MENA is. You still
No, I'm
know
not
that's not
saying
on the
that.
same
I'm not
level.
saying that they can't be number one. No, I'm saying coming out of this, Zen and Atow will be number one no matter what. But I'd still say tier though. Like, what tier of teams are we talking? I think that
They
they
are.
have to
I
be
know what
S
you're saying,
because
but
there's
like,
no they haven't lost and
but the
like
thing
Oski
is,
Nass.
we've already put Oski Nass
Are
in
you?
A.
Yeah, but they didn't play. I don't think they played as well as I expected them to play, so I moved them down. Like I think Oski Nass, they've got it in them to play better. I was actually a bit surprised by how flimsy they were in other matches, not just against Zen and Atow. I thought they were giving away goals and like
But they should have lost to
losing
Vitir and Juicy.
games.
You are right.
Yeah, I was really surprised the way they were like they needed a reverse sweep against Vitir and Juicy. I was like, okay, I didn't expect that. I thought they were going to be the one team at the same tier as Zen and Atow, but they were actually more Vitir and Juicy like level in this
Okay.
event. So they didn't play as well as I thought they would. That's why I'm like
Can
a
we
little bit
put?
lower on them.
I would like to put them top of A. I think I'm more with Jack actually. Whereas I feel
Johnny,
like
I think you
they've
might be
earned-
getting. I think you might be getting outvoted on this one.
because I agree that the
that's
duo
fine.
on
We'll
paper
see. We'll see.
is an S tier duo, but form wise coming in, Drali, I need to see it.
Okay, here's a question, Johnny. When
They haven't
Worlds,
lost.
no, for
Yeah.
sure. Nupo and Jolly will win MENA, right? Presumably, it's not 100%, but they're
Yeah,
favorites.
maybe.
They're favorites. I think they'll
Yeah.
win MENA. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When Worlds, if they win MENA, Worlds comes around. What you're gonna favor Zen and Atow for sure, right? Like that's like you.
No, that one I'm actually not as sure at all.
You would if Jolly and Nupo win MENA, you're gonna have them favorites for the entire tournament.
It's really close. I have to see the bracket honestly, because depending on who makes
It's
it
like
out of
50-50.
NA, because MENA will play Yan and Swift, which I think is probably going to be an easier final than the EU against NA semi-final. So if Drali and Naipo do qualify, that matchup on in my mind against Zen and Atow is extremely close. I don't think there's a clear favorite there at all. So I think this it plays into them being S tier in my head at least, because of the way that Zen and Atow talk about them. The way I see them when they match up against each other in ranked, Naipo Drali can beat them. They do beat them. So I think, and that's not just a recent thing. I found a video of Zen talking about this from 6 months ago, where somebody asked, "Can anybody beat you and Atow?" And somebody was asking him. He was streaming, but it ended up on a Zen YouTube video. Somebody asked him, what do you think of Daniel in beast mode? He said that he doesn't think they're a problem. He doesn't think they're a threat. The NA players are not that good at twos. And then he went on to say that their main players that they are, focusing on are TRK, Naipo. I did chat. Does anybody else know who else he mentioned? But he basically said the MENA players. He's like, they're the main.
I wonder if that's changed after the
guys.
weekend. Where actually, you know what? I don't think anyone's touching us after what they just did against Oski and Nass.
Now he did say that Nupo and Jolly are definitely like the biggest threat in I did see the same thing.
TRK.
All right,
TRK,
let's go middle ground then. Let's put them back of
back
S.
Back of S. Like on the total other side. No one in between.
Okay, this is why we need an S plus, man. Because
well, we agreed that this was
no
basically
S
S plus going in was the S tier.
But then I can't
one
team's
That's
in.
a good solution.
I don't know if
like
I'm
that.
okay.
Now
sure,
it kind of
sure,
looks like
but-
we've got like matchups, like with I don't know.
Well, that very well could be the world's final. I think right up there. So I think it makes sense in that perspective.
Okay.
Just like the way I
Oski
don't
Nass could
think
take
Zen and
them.
Atow would
Oski
lie
Nass
about
could take
this.
them.
I think they could as well, but they also underperformed against lesser competition, so I don't trust them.
I
don't
like
trust
this.
them in
I like
Got
this.
it over the line though.
I feel good about
sometimes you just gotta get over the line, Johnny. Though, like you might underperform, but if you get it over the line, you've completed the mission, and that's what they did. Like
I don't know. They conceded a
what you're
lot. They
saying.
conceded in the Angelic Burgers series when Gentlemates in the round one when they're playing against Edgeby and Nico. I remember just tuning into that series intermittently, and I'm like, this is a lot of goals. Like, they're scoring a lot of goals, but they're also conceding a lot of goals. They won 4-2, 6-3. Then they lost 4-2. Then they won 4-1. And I know that looks pretty comfortable. It is pretty comfortable overall. They won the series 3-1. But I would just look at that like, how are they conceding so much to Edgeby?
Yeah,
Nico?
no,
This
you are
doesn't bode well
right.
for them on a world's level. So I did lose a little bit of my hype for Oski Nass before we reached it. I was like, uh-oh.
They're a bit loose. They were a bit loose.
They're conceding a lot. Zen and Atow don't do that. So we'll see if they could maybe regain for next one. I hope they do. I think they can.
Let's move on.
Let's round off MENA. So we got the Twins. Are we putting the Twins in A tier?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems pretty. Yeah. Happy with that.
Yeah, I would.
No arguments. Yeah, we'll put them.
I would put them bottom.
Yeah. Yep. I'm happy with that.
Do
you want to put them next to Yan Swift bottom or behind Vatira and Juicy?
No. They're
behind Vatira and Juicy.
Behind Vatira and Juicy.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, happy with that. All right. Beautiful. So we've now got our big three, which is TRK and Ghazi as well. Where are we sliding?
TRK and Ghazi are very good. They're very good.
I think they're also A, I really do. They did also go game 5 in Swiss, which is weird, but I do still think they're A.
I would put them in A below us and Killers.
Yeah. But I'd say maybe back of A.
Can we put them in the middle?
Oh,
can we get a bit of a middle action going?
We can get middle action, but that worries me about the sizing.
I think I agree with Johnny. I do think I agree with Johnny. Actually, I think now that I look at that Yan and Swift duo, I think that they could take them as well. So I'd put them above Yan and Swift, but at the back.
Next to Yan and Swift.
Yeah, I like this.
That looks
good.
This.
Okay,
TRK Ghazi. Do we need any other players, any other teams listed here? We probably should put in another couple just for context to see if we can guess who's going to actually finish well in this tournament. Who do you guys think?
So who's the next best duo?
Dr. Known Ops. We've got Truk and Took and Nash.
Mossin and Talem.
Mossin and Talem as well.
Peruk and Nash are looking quite strong.
Truk and Nash I could give you. I think I could give you Truk and Nash.
Do we put them in a D?
I could put them over HB and no. Oh, I'm happy over or under, but I'll
put them under
higher than. Yeah. Let's do that.
Only 6 more spots. How many duos do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6 more spots. What do you mean 6 more spots?
I don't know what that means.
Is it? I think we said this is our 20 best teams off the rip. So if we we can go above that.
I mean, we're not going to get. I think we're going to be fine anyway.
Okay, so
we're going to have like 6 NA teams. We might have like 5.
Whoa! Early shots, not there yet. Okay, so we're putting the Nash combo.
Maybe we do. We'll
back
see.
Of D, and that's it. And that's it for MENA.
NA teams now that I think about it, but
that's it for MENA. We're not going to go Dr. Known and Ops.
Where did Dr. Known Ops end up here? Where are they in this bracket? The Swiss.
Or even Mossin and Talem.
What's their team name? Their team name is
Rafna Esports.
One hit.
Rafna went 3-1, got swept by TRK. 1 hit.
Where's
they must have changed their name. They were formerly Real Madrid. They were Real Madrid. They went 3-1 and they lost to VG. VG.
Wait, sorry, who are you talking about? My bad.
Dr. Known and Ops.
They lost to Ghost and Viziz VG.
That's not good.
That's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Omit them. I think Rafa can go in D tier though. I'd probably say Mossin and Talem are down there in D. That's a solid team.
Yeah, they only lost to TRK, but I think they got swept by TRK though. There's levels.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I watched that. The games were pretty respectable, but I do think that these are placeholder MENA teams. It's basically we're not sure who the MENA teams are that are going to be here, so we're just putting some in there because there will be some. We're trying to guess who they are. Do you think Willie and Twiz going game 5?
I'm nearly happy with this, to be honest. With 4,
I wouldn't put. I Truk and Nush are better. I could put them over HB and Nico, but I wouldn't put them in C. They could be look, 2s. I mean, some of these D just because there's a separation between D and C, for example, the D teams can still beat a C team kind of thing. But I do think I'm happy with this right now.
Yeah, we've got 4 MENA, we've got 8 EU, and we've got
what, Johnny?
2, 3
I
Sam.
was going to say, so Dark 1v2ing the qualifier for people who don't know why we keep saying
that is
his teammate is called No One. So he's Dark and No One. They actually did go 3-0 in Swiss, which is very exciting. They 3-0'd a team that didn't end up making the main event.
Yeah, Rob wasn't that impressive. I don't think.
3-1 VS. Who is VS? That's FBI. He's a 1v1 player for
Yeah,
the
the
OG
run
fans.
isn't like I don't think it's crazy, but it's we'll see
Well,
what they do in the main event.
They beat Ghost. Well, they beat VG, Ghost, and Vaziz, who were able to
Yeah,
take down. Was it Rafa? No, not Rafa. Sorry, who did they take down? Doctor Known and Ops. Yeah, we've got to put Dark in here for the clickbait. Dark and D tier. D for Dark.
D for
oh,
Dark.
just him, not even his teammate.
No,
Back
just
at-
say Dark / no one, and then people are going to be like the right amount of confused.
Noon. Are we happy with that, or we just put Dark by himself, and then people have to figure
I
it
like
out?
that because
Actually, it's a space.
you know they
Yeah,
did
but
go through
this
list.
no, we're not.
We're
Yeah,
not
yeah, surely back a D.
over here.
They have to be at the back, and like they have to be further than the back.
Oh,
if
like
I'm- if we're
half
letting
off.
slide.
No.
Dark, no,
Oh,
like
come
half
on.
off the
You
screen.
know that that's
Dark and no
not the fifth best MENA
We
team.
need the clickbait, Jack. We
Sure,
need
sure.
the
Okay.
comments. We need to put Dark in here.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
excited to watch
slide
him
him.
play.
We'll slide him in. Okay, it's time. Let's move on to NA. Actually, before we get to NA, we have OCE this weekend. Can I interest you in Banana Head?
What on
Yes,
his own?
I'm interested.
Actually, I haven't even
Just on
looked.
his own.
I haven't even looked at the bracket.
Banana
So
Head
let
and no one.
me have a look at how the
Wait,
Swiss.
does OC have a two storm?
Oh, they're not.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to be qualifying.
No line.
They just have the online part. Okay, who's Banana Head with?
Actually, is
We can
Banana
put them
Head
in
be
there.
out of you've been playing in this tournament? Hang on a minute.
I don't see him. I don't think he's playing,
oh
bro.
my, he's
That's
not even
devastating.
playing. This guy doesn't even
Why
care.
is he not playing?
This
What?
guy doesn't care. I'm not putting anyone OCE, and if Banana Head's on it, it's just not serious. Not a serious tournament. Maybe actually Caleb and Gus are the. I don't know who it is in EU, Jack, that you have as like these players that just peak. Like I think in NA they say Evo is just absolutely cracked in twos. Caleb and Gus
Very
are
good
like
twos.
they're the Thanos of OCE 2v2. I don't know if you who
Okay.
your like Thanos of EU 2v2 is. It's like probably is it like Raziz or something?
Zen.
Oh, it's just a
Raziz is very good, but
Zen.
Raziz is
Caleb
great,
is the
but
Zen.
like an underrated, like a player you wouldn't expect, I guess. Who would it be? I don't know if I can name one because every player that's good
his
kinda
threes is
just
good. Yeah,
in
okay. You don't
general,
have
yeah.
like the random pop off.
I wouldn't. I don't. I think I do, but I don't. Off the top of my head, I probably couldn't think of
Okay.
one.
Okay.
But,
All right,
yeah.
Well, shout out to OCE.
if
That will
Banana
be there.
Heads was in there, if he had a good duo, he definitely gets on. But
Yeah.
if he's not there, he's not playing. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
It
in,
doesn't.
where is
It
he? Is he on-
illegitimizes OCE the fact that he's not in, so I can't rank any of the other duos. That
You
are
don't want
in
to
it.
put Caleb and Gus in D tier just for, you know,
I could
DEI.
honestly.
Caleb Gus.
They are ridiculous. Like they're always like 20. Like if Banana Head was still in here, I need his opinion on it. But he might just have the classic ego of being like, "No, they're trash." But they mop everyone in twos. But we'll leave it there. We'll leave it. We're not. Okay, let's put him in. Okay, let's put him in. Let's put him in. What are we doing? We're not going to have that many NA players, are we? We'll put them here as well.
just
I
have
think
to
we're
win.
gonna have about. I think we're gonna have about 7 NA teams.
Okay, now what I'd like to do for NA, if you let me entertain you, I would like to go from worst to best and then just see where we start. You know, see what the first juries that we're going to be able to put on the list. Okay, so I'm just going to reel them off to you.
Ooh,
And we're going to start.
Okay, interesting.
We're going to start from. Not too crazy. Like I'm not going to throw Tivaristo and Juji at you, but I might try and throw something a little interesting. Okay, could I interest you on this list? Hang on, let's have a look. Let me reveal them all. Could I interest you in a cheese and talk on this list?
Yeah, you can.
I
Yeah,
think
you
they
can.
make it.
Good
They
start.
make my
You
list.
can.
Where,
They did nearly lose to Garrett and Justin though.
they
so
did. That's why I
that
brought
did
it
move
up.
up a little
But I'm glad that you. They did go 3-0 through the Swiss, so that was probably a bad first example. Where we put them though? We put them back of C.
Wait a second here. So yeah,
This is hard because we're not starting at the top, so you don't really know. We're not finding like the.
I'd put them slightly higher. I'd put them over Toxic and Revzy.
because they went game
May-
5 with Justin
Maybe
and Garrett,
even
but they
over
did
Eugene and
sweep.
Wristfox.
They swept LJ Chronic.
Talk is
so yeah,
kind
I'd
of
probably
nice
put
in
that.
twos as well. I feel like this tournament is made for this guy.
Cheese is good as well.
Cheese is a
I would
grinder.
personally, I'm throwing my votes over Eugene and Wristfox, but I don't know if I'd have them at B. I think Akron and Seiko would take them, but I would put
C
I'd put
is
them at
good.
the top of C. I'd put them at the top of C.
Yeah,
So
top of
can
C
you
is
even
good.
move? Can you even move names here, CJ? This
Don't worry.
You're really pressuring me here. How about we put them over here and then we'll cross that bridge.
You know, if you send me this file
But
later,
we're not going to cross
I
the
can
bridge.
switch
We're
it.
not.
No,
It's
I
already
can
going to get.
switch it.
All right.
I know how to do this.
Okay, we will cross that bridge. I will send it to Johnny, and he will do the final adjustments as we round off the show. How about that?
Yeah,
cheese and talk. Okay, they're
That's
in
what I'm
C.
saying. Surely you just copy. Surely you just copy and paste.
No, because once
Yeah,
I've done a text box, I can't click on said text box again, Jack. So-
Really?
No, you don't. No,
That's-
you just have to box select it and drag. But don't worry, I'll do it later.
See, I can
It's
box
fine.
select,
Johnny's
Johnny,
gonna
but
do
the
it.
problem is if you'll entertain me, is that it
Look,
does
it's fine.
remove the
It's
old.
fine.
white box.
Unless
Yeah,
I
then
make a similar
if we let
size text
Johnny-
box.
If we let Johnny
Hang
do the final
on.
adjustment,
I could do it.
Hang
no,
on.
CJ, now you just color it in with the original color instead of 2 clicks.
The problem
Bro,
is the original.
If we let Johnny do the final adjustments,
Hang
find their way into S tier, bro.
on.
I'm not gonna.
What
I'm
are
not
our
gonna put
thoughts
them in
on that? Huh?
there. Yeah, that's good. That's scuffed. I like it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that is all.
But I'll do.
Jack?
Let's
That's
just we'll do it
dreadful.
at the end, CJ.
Okay.
This is gonna take forever.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
But
do.
just
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
All right. Now let me throw another team at you then, as we will
Okay,
readjust
throw a
the
team at
order,
me.
but we're going to make sure that they're in the right tier. That's what I can guarantee you right here with my MS Paintwork.
Yeah.
Next team I'd like to throw at you is a team that has created a few upsets, have made their way through the main event, and that is Resinal and Pigeon. Can I interest you in Team Silence?
No, you're not interested in me in
No.
that at all, man.
Guys, they beat. Can I interest you in the fact that they beat Kofa and Mech in
I
round
don't
4?
care.
I
No.
don't care.
Can I interest
Don't
you in
give 'em
Kofa and Mech on this list, who lost to the team that you refused to have on the list?
You might be able to.
I'll
Let me
take
see
a
the-
back of D. Back of D. I'll take Kofor and Mech like the back of D. I'd
But
say.
pre-event, you would have had them what? C, B?
See, this is the thing. Pre-event,
No,
I'd have
not
them
really.
over.
I'd have them D.
Oh, I'd have them over HB and Nico.
Yeah.
Really?
would too.
Why?
That's
I've
a
never
nice.
seen-
It's a
Kofa is a much
mechanical
better
2v2.
player.
Very
I just don't
nice.
think like NA2s is the same level though, so you can just immediately
Yeah, no,
whatever you
it's-
think
I get what you're
NA2s is, you
saying.
can move them down a tier because it's NA. So
A
I
tier's
think
a tier's
tier.
pushing it, but I get what you're saying. You can definitely like I get what you're saying, but I could put
D.
okay, sure, we'll agree. I'll slap him at the back, but
D.
Wow, it's hurting Jack. It's hurting him.
Jack.
It's really.
I just
he's starting
just
to
think they're
malfunction.
over- I'd put them a little higher. I really would.
It's
but...
it looks
I
it
think
looks
they-
great, doesn't it? Like as a duo.
No,
it does.
that's rough. That's really
fantastic.
rough.
Na-
They're over
Nash,
Truk and
Nash would
Nush.
dominate. Nash would dominate that
No.
lobby.
Oh,
Absolutely
Oh.
annihilate. Go for a mech. I'm sorry. In twos. I mean,
don't know if
it's a
I
different
agree
ballgame
either, but
that
I'm
year.
just gonna keep doing it in the interest of time here.
Oh,
All right, I'm
man.
gonna
Yeah,
keep
we have to,
moving.
yeah.
Let's keep moving. I'm gonna throw another one at you. Let's go for the man
Okay.
who's on 3,000 ping this weekend. We got Evo and Diaz. Evo, the Thanos of NA 2v2. Diaz, one of the Thanos of 1v1. But
It's a bit annoying that he's on ping because I would have like confidently had them like quite high actually. I think they've got great chance.
Yeah, but surely
Diaz
are we
is-
taking? Are we?
No, we're
factoring
not.
the ping into this? We're not.
I
We're
don't
not
think
factoring
so.
ping.
Yeah, we're not.
Just on
So I'll
a
say-
base level, Evo Diaz.
not
Yeah,
a
B.
bad Swiss either. They only lost to FK Atomic and NRG. Damn beast mode. So
Yeah, I
I'm putting
think it's
them.
B
I'm
tier.
putting them. I'm putting them bottom of B.
Yeah,
Because
Bottom of B?
I speak to a lot of NA players,
Mm.
and for some reason people aren't rating this duo right now a lot. Like
well,
I think
Reddles
it's
loves
together-
Evo in twos. Reckons he could be the favorite.
I think, bro, I think both of them individually are top tier
yeah.
in twos. Like Diaz, when I play with him, like recently when he was in EU, I thought he was incredible at twos, and Evo's always great. But like for some reason, the NA duos aren't rating this duo as a pair. Like they're not. They just don't think they're playing together well. From what I've heard. So I would actually put them over a couple of the players in that B tier. But as a duo, I guess I'd put them at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Let's keep
But
moving.
individually, see if we
Yeah.
did this tier list individually,
That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard because you got to
A
go
lot
on some
moves,
results.
yeah, a lot moves.
Let's move on.
You got to go on some results. Let's go Gen G, Magic Bear Frosty. Where are we putting the Gen G boys? 3-0 out of the Swiss. Beat
Okay.
NRG as well. Looking fantastic.
They did beat NRG, but I still don't think that makes them like a tier up. from
Doesn't
what I
put
had
them in
initially.
A.
I mean, Magic Bear.
I'd slot them in
Frosty coming
between.
in. I would have had them in C. Not gonna lie.
Where would you put them in C? Because I'm agreeing with you here.
This is
Well,
big.
right now C's not in order, but after their performance last weekend, we had Eugen Reese Fox at the top of C. Yeah,
T-Bates is spamming A tier.
T-Bates, you're out your mind. If you think it's A, you're out your mind, man.
A
It's
tier
not
team?
A.
Are you insane, bro?
Like,
What are you
I
talking
get
about?
what you're
Magic
saying.
or
They
Frosty?
played well. It's not A. Like, look at the duos in A, bro. Look at the players in A. It's not A.
Plus, just because they beat NRG doesn't really mean too much these days. We have no idea if NRG are even like in the game or if they're even gonna be playing.
Yes,
are they
I
actually the
watched.
best duos team?
I watched.
Yeah, I watched it as well, but
I
I'm like
played
NRG
these,
isn't.
bro. I've played these players for a long time, bro. The players in A.
What about the players in
no.
B? Can we put them back of B?
Nah,
I
can't.
could, but I wouldn't.
Because I just know who else, like Evo Diaz, like yeah, off a Swiss. We're not ranking this head to toe off a Swiss. Like we have to predict the event that's about to happen as well. I think that Evo Diaz can step up, even with Diaz and Ping. Also, we're pretending he's not on Ping for that ranking.
Have I spoken to you guys about Magic Bear this one time in scrims? Because that could elevate him to back of B.
I've heard about that guy. He sounds pretty scary, but
not.
This
confident.
is real event, CJ.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
We'll
T-Base,
readjust.
sure. If
we'll readjust. That's not in order. They might be top of C then, because I feel like that's a bit stiff. But again, we can't just go off results because we go on everything factored in. Jack's played them as well. He spent a lot of time in Toronto, scrimming, a lot of time in North America, gaming.
I mean, bro, if you look the play, like, okay, we'll see how the duo does, but I'm also ranking heavily on like the player names on an individual level as well, like,
which you have to do before the main event.
Factors into huge amounts.
After the main event, that becomes less of a factor, but this is before main event, so we have to use the player names.
Okay, let's keep moving, boys. Keep moving. Can I interest you in a Bora 5-up combination?
We're moving them up.
Team Dignitas.
What did you say? Bora 5-up? Nah.
3-1 in the Swiss. Lost to Mech. Mech and Kofa.
Oh, they get in.
I don't think so. If D
didn't really beat anyone.
I wasn't gonna put them in because I think like Kofa and Mech are better. We've got Kofa and Mech. I mean, yeah, Kofa and Mech swept them. I don't think we put Dignitas in here.
They beat Silence.
Bora 5-up in 2s. Nah.
Bora. Well,
kind of nice.
5 gets high. He camps, but he gets high.
Camps.
Yeah, he sits on his wins. He sits on his wins, but
he sits on his wins. You think he only queues at a certain time of day? Is that what you're saying as well?
That's a known thing.
He beats you one time and he just logs off.
That's
insane. He's that. I think you're underrating. I think you're underrating them a little bit there, but I would put them on for sure.
No,
Dark and no one. I want to throw this out there. That Dark and no one.
Caleb and Gus. Caleb and Gus are Bora 5-up a great combo. So I think we put them back of D.
If you're gonna put them at the back, just take them off, man.
Take them off. Caleb Gus is DEI. Dark No One is like we're trying to get people to click and comment.
I'm putting them back here, and we're moving on. Bora and 5-up scrape into the back.
Oh, that's just like.
Oh, they don't scrape.
That's just so appealing to the masses. Bora 5-up shouldn't be in here. They don't deserve to be.
Oh my goodness, we're all good. We're all good. We nearly lost the list.
Oh my!
DJ, stop it.
We're all good. We nearly lost the list. All right, we're removing them, or are we adding them? Because
I think we have to remove it. We have to make some cuts. We can't include everybody.
Okay, we're cutting them.
Don't even put them on.
Let's keep moving. Virtus Pro, 2Peak and Wavy duo. Do they make the list? Where do we see them? 3-1 in the Swiss.
Yeah,
lost to Sup. Beat Glowman. Beat Juice and Monk and Deadlock. Now. Juice and Monk did make it through. Deadlock didn't make it through. They lost to Sup.
Yeah, Juice and Monk is Juice and Monk.
Expert in math. Yeah, I was like, ooh,
cleverly named themselves after their player names. They didn't really beat anybody.
And they had a bad loss against Sup as well. They did make it through.
Sup is a bad loss. Still though, like I would have had them probably like D coming in. And yeah, game 5 lost to Sup, and was it round 1? It was round 1. We'll give it to them. They can have that. They regained, but I'd say D.
Wait, who's this? Sorry.
2Peak Wavy.
Oh no, they're 100% on D. Oh,
Magic, they look
Yeah, 'cause I
right
would
there
say
with
they're-
Magic Bear and Frosty for me, and I know they look great, Magic Bear and
Oh,
Frosty, but
Nah. Because Magic Bear and Frosty, like, I would have had them, like, D, but they beat NRG, so we'll bump them up a little bit.
Two pieces
These guys
great at
lost to Sup,
2v2
so...
though.
they're over.
Yeah,
They're
they're
over.
pretty good.
They're due for a good win. They're due for a good weekend here, but
Remember, guys, D is not bad. D, like, we made
This is
it
in
very clear
comparison.
You are right.
Making the list is hard.
Where in D? Where in D?
Oh, well, I'd probably put the...
oh, it's a good matchup. Edge me Nico, two-piece wavy for me.
I think I take
Honestly,
two-piece and wavy.
It's a good matchup.
I don't know. They lost
That goes
to Sup,
5.
so I
That
don't
goes
trust them.
5. We'll put them on, and Johnny will rearrange. Maybe some he'll surprise us with his rearranging.
I'm not going to surprise. Don't worry. I'm not going to surprise.
All right.
There's not going to be any tricks.
Let's get into the pointy end now. We've got the big 4 coming up, which I've saved for last. Let's start with LJ and Chronic. LC.
B.
Swept by Or, who is Cheese and Talk.
Yeah, they did lose to Cheese and Talk, but I'm still going to say they're B, though, because these guys have got 2v2 tournament pedigree.
Oh,
and they are...
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
I don't know.
They're better than that result. They're better than that result. They're also better
I'm predicting they'll do better than that result.
I think they're better than Jan and Swift.
Oh, Jackie boy. Welcome to A tier, he says. Wow.
Yeah, I think they are.
Like
I think they're
if
better.
they play Jan Swift,
TRK and Ghazi.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, see, the problem is, like, if LJ Chronic play against TRK Ghazi, then there will be one player on that pitch that's not like the rest of them. That's TRK. And the Jan and Swift, same thing. There'll be one player in the pitch who's not like the rest of them, and it's Jan. Like, they'll just be completely, you know, not on that same... I don't think they're on that same level. They don't have a Jan, they don't have a TRK on that Tuesday.
Because they had a
rough result.
Yeah, like a bad series. But I think that's harsh. I really think they'd be over Jan and Swift and maybe even over TRK and Ghazi.
Yeah,
they can beat the Ruas and Killers. I don't see them beating any of the duos above them, but they can beat Ruas and Killers.
Oh, they could too. I predict them in every match in B.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Evo Diaz, I mean, Evo Diaz is a bit of an asterisk.
Yeah. Acrosega could, but probably not. No.
I just think they look good next to those, like, the teams we have in B. LJ Chronic slot very nicely next to them, coming off a loss, which I don't think we're being too harsh about. Like, they lost to Cheese Talk. Didn't they get swept by Cheese Talk and Swiss? We're not, like, immediately plummeting them. I totally disagree, though. I don't know how you think they're beating Jan and Swift or TRK Ghazi. I don't see that at all. Like, that's just not happening.
Let's run the match, man. I would.
Where's that simulator?
Let's run this show match. Jan and Swift versus Chronic and LJ. You've all been called out for a match here because I would.
When can we do that though? Can we do that?
We can do.
I would like to see it.
We can do it at Worlds.
Well, no, what's the sooner? EWC maybe? Are they all making
EWC. Yeah.
Right, it's Toxic Reps. You have to be A tier. I thought so too. I thought Toxic Reps you were going to be the dark horse. I was let down.
We're I'm wanting to see this match because we should run that, Johnny.
Okay, how about we make the holy triangle on A tier right now because we need a pending show match.
What's wrong with that? What is this sitting on the
fence?
I agree. Too much fence sitting.
It's not fence sitting because we're putting them in A. That's not sitting on the fence.
Oh, you're out of your mind. LJ and Chronic
see, after this weekend, maybe they just got swept by Cheese and Talk. They're not up here.
That is a bad loss.
After this weekend, maybe like you've got like
they could win the event though, and then we might, who knows?
They
if they win the event, would they move in my mind? But right now, they
hang on. So that's the opposite of your theory on Drali Naupo because you've already put them up there, and then they can go down. But now you're saying that
no, they can. They can move. If Drali Naupo don't win comfortably, then they move down. That's the metric I've set them.
I nearly think they should already be up here, and they could go down. I don't think
the difference is TRK Ghazi, Jan Swift, Drali Naupo, Rascaliers. None of them have lost. LJ Chronic literally lost to Cheese and Talk. They got swept.
Okay. When you say hang on. When you say Ruas and Killers haven't lost, they've not lost in the MENA Swiss stage. You know, that's a level difference. You know, that's a level difference. MENA's very good at twos, but you still know there's a level difference.
I'm just saying, like, factually, they haven't lost. And I do think NA2s is more stacked, but I don't think the gap is anywhere near as big as people make it out to be. And it sounds like even you guys make it out to be. NA2s has never been that good and never been that strong. So, yeah, NA teams look good against NA
Yeah, but they've
teams.
lost to Cheese
They're
and
not
Talk.
going to
It's
look
not
good
bad.
internationally. I just mean, like,
they've
you
lost
put if you took like if there was an RLCS 2s LAN, NA would underperform relative to expectations even more than they recently have been in 3s. People would be super hyped. Oh my goodness, NA looks so good. NA looks amazing against NA. It would be even worse in 2s than it has been in 3s recently. It would be worse. NA 2v2 is not that good, high level.
I think NA2s is better than NA3s.
Oh, wow.
I don't think so, because at least in 3s
Can
you've
of
got
worms.
NRG. At least you have energy.
Let's
in
agree,
2s, there's no energy.
we don't have the time. I've got 10 minutes.
Okay,
so
let's put them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Let's put them up here,
it's not your fault,
and
it's
we'll
not your
move
fault.
them last because I think we've got some more
okay.
obvious ones. Can we put them in the Holy Trinity and then we'll decide right at the end? Okay.
I like it, but I've been outvoted.
Okay. Let's run it and we'll.
Okay.
Revisit.
Let's keep going. We've got the Space Station boys. We've got Zach and Reveal. The Scrib Reveal combo could be tournament favorites coming in. They 3-0'd. They didn't drop a game in the Swiss.
Mm-hmm.
Bruno didn't love that.
Who are you saying?
Zach and Reveal.
Zach and Reveal are A. Yeah.
Could be tournament
they're
favorites.
Definitely A. Yeah, they're
probably nearly have them the favorites coming in.
They'd be over the.
Oh.
I think this looks fine for now, but I mean they're playing in 2 days, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll leave it here. But
I would move some things around, but Oski Nass stay top of A for me.
Well, you'd go up here. Yeah. I can put it up here if Johnny can move them.
I mean, I don't want to. Can you keep them separate if I have to move things?
Okay, I'll keep them separate. Keep them separate. All right, let's keep going.
I mean, this is fine for now.
I'm happy with it as well. We'll go the Tekenos. We've got First Killer, Atomic.
They're A.
This is the Zen Atow of not similar, but like finally together.
Above Zach and Reveal, though, I would say they're the team I'd expect to be.
I don't know, but the Zach and Reveal have that twos chemistry, though. I feel like there's a big gun on that.
I just like FK Atomic. I think
they both went 9-0 as well. It's great. And then are we putting NRG as well in A?
I would, yeah. A. In the past, S, but recently they're not looking like themselves. So I think they've got to be A.
It looks weird to have them here as well.
That's rough.
It looks really weird to have them here. It feels like they could go here.
But I think
this is good.
This is good. Johnny's on that person. I don't want to do it. No, it's fine.
I actually think this is really good. Except LJ
team.
I think LJ Chronic are in the wrong group. They should
really. I think they're in that.
You got your minds, man.
I think they're in the 4.
Those. I think Zach and Reveal are top, and then Beast Mode. Look, there's about 3 duos there, and LJ and Chronic are one of them that can really.
I don't see them being. I think LJ Chronic are probably going to lose like semifinals or in top 6, 4-0 or 4-1. I think somebody's just going to beat them pretty easy. I think like it's just purely based on the fact they got swept by Talk and Cheese. I've lost confidence. I think they're going to get like just comfortably beaten out of the tournament. Late stage in the tournament, but one of these 3 teams is probably.
I think they had a bad weekend for their standards, and I think that 2 bad weekends could happen, but I still wouldn't. If another bad weekend happens, I and you run the tournament again, I still think they're still one of the favorites. So they were.
Feels like for the list it just looks right to have Dan Beast Mode up here. Zen and Atow.
No,
you're such an NA2's apologist. There's no way.
I actually don't agree. Yeah, I actually.
Oski Nass, yeah, because then you have Oski Nass.
Oski and Nass, but Oski and Nass.
Look at T-Bates just throwing away his NRG fandom for the Atomic belief. He's all of a sudden is on the FK Atomic train. And I like it. I think we would FK Atomic in that.
But sorry, like T-Bates, like I know you want to put SSG duo, like Zach Reveal and FK Atomic and S, but they're just nowhere near Zen and Atow's level. We all know that if that match happens on LAN, it's a 4-0. We all know that if they played Zedrali and Nepo on LAN, it's also a 4-0, maybe 4-1 if they're lucky. We know that they're not competitive. We all know that.
Jack is convulsing right now.
The winner of NA2s is going to play Zen and Atow. We're not even going to need to speculate this. It's going to happen. They're going to get 4-0.
T-Bates is throwing some crazy takes out there right now, and that's but I don't think that Zach and Reveal get 4-0'd by Jolly Nooper 4-1. I think they
Well,
can win that
they're
series.
not going to, because they're not going to make the final and play them, but they're going to get 4-0 by Zen and Atow. That is going to happen. And then Jolly Nooper in the final will give Zen and Atow a miles better series. So we'll see that there is clearly a level.
The whole problem with this list is that we've got Oski and Nass, who just got 4-0. That's the issue. Kind of gatekeeping everyone else from getting up.
Yes. Oski and Nass,
they've absolutely fucked this for everyone.
Duo.
I'm glad you said it.
Oski and Nass are a much better duo than like, okay, not much better, but they are top of A, and Zen and Atow should be the only team in S in my eyes. And everyone else, like Jolly Nooper, are like, they can beat them, but Oski and Nass could also beat them. They obviously didn't. I think that I can, okay, Jolly Nooper maybe could be top of A. They could be better than Oski Nass, but Oski Nass, the issue is no NA team can go in S, because I still think Oski Nass take all of them down.
And they got swept by Zen and Atow. This is why we're really in a
roadblock.
No, listen, they've not stuffed this up. They've actually made it really easy to understand, because if we had a close final between Zen and Atow, Oski Nass, and then we put Oski Nass S tier alongside Zen and Atow, and then we put all the NA teams in A, everybody would be like, this doesn't make any sense. But because Oski Nass have lost, and we all agree that we'd predict them over any North American team, any of the other teams, anyone not named Rally Naupo, we're predicting Oski Nass to beat them. So it makes it very easy to just say, well, Zen and Atow are a tier above. But I would have had Oski Nass in S tier before the tournament last weekend. I would have had 3 S tier teams.
Bro, if there's 5 S tier teams, then just give everyone a world championship win, man. Like if you're giving 5 teams S tier, holy, like how are you possibly giving 5?
The thing about tier lists are supposed to show.
Don't worry about the letters. Don't worry about the letters. It could be S+.
You're supposed to be unsure. A tier. Every time you have a team in the same tier as another team in a tier list, you should look at the matchup and think, oh, I don't know, or you should look at the matchup and think, oh, that's close. That is not the case with Zen and Atow against any North American duo, so they're not the same team.
With tier lists, like the level of Rock League always increases, but now that's just the new standard. Zen and Atow don't need another tier. That's just the new best tier. That's just the new level for that tier, like that they've shown. If people can't reach that tier, that level, then they're not.
I like that take.
That's just how tiers work. Like it's, if you went back 3 years ago, well, none of the S tier teams 3 years ago would even make D tier on this list, probably. So you've got to just increase the level compared to the letter. Sorry, the tier.
Why are we assuming that none of these
Oski and Nass
level
would probably
I'd predict them against you. You're right. That's I'm with you.
Seriously, wait, teammates. Oski Nass versus Dan and Beast Mode right now. Who are you taking? Everyone actually say their take.
Or what about Oski Nass, FK Atomic?
Oski Nass versus FK
Atomic fan. He's
or Oski Nass versus Zach and Reveal.
Yeah,
out of those four duos,
you
I'm
pick
taking
Oski Nass
personally. Yeah. I'm taking Oski Nass.
Form, chemistry, 2v2.
Okay, I think I understand what T-Bits is trying to say, though. Is he's trying to say that Oski and Nass didn't get completely bodied by Zen and Atow because the final had multiple overtimes.
Bro, watch the gameplay.
2 overtimes.
Like the
gameplay was not close. It was
the gameplay, like the games can be close, and the games were close at times. But there was just certain moments in the game that it just looked like there was just a slight level difference, and that slight level difference was the level difference between S and A. Yeah, I don't know how Jolly and Noopo have snuck into S. Not that I don't think that.
Yeah, I want to say that's the only questionable thing. It's more questionable that they're in S than not having anyone else in S.
I don't know.
Let me ask you guys something that should hopefully explain my logic for that one just quickly. So before this weekend, before last weekend's twos tournament, did you guys have Oski and Nass in S tier alongside Zen and Atow in your minds?
Yeah.
And did you have Drally Nepo in S tier alongside them as well?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, behind that'd be third.
What has happened between that? Drally and Nepo haven't lost. Oski and Nass did, and they also had other performances.
But I had Oski and Nass above Drally and Nepo in my all on S tier. So the fact that they got bodied, it's like, well, we shift everyone. Like they've just pushed everyone down into A.
Exactly.
Is where I'm at.
So you guys,
Johnny, I get what you're saying, but CJ's is the point that I would go back with. Yeah.
But you weren't worried. I mean, I'm looking at Gentlemates against Angelic Burgers. I wasn't impressed. Dropping a game to Novo, I'm not impressed with that either. Having a reverse sweep KC, I'm just not impressed by Gentlemates' overall performance across the entire weekend. The only series they played well in is the Man City series, so that's why I moved them down personally. But would you guys, if you were trying to do this a different way, or you just put in Zen and Atow and S+, and then S is just Oski Nass, Rally Nepo, and that's it?
I just wouldn't create an S+.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't either.
I like
The
this.
S+ is boring.
But I'm with Jack. I just would have like everyone slid down because the number 2 team in my mind, I've just got a 4-0 on paper against them. So I think Drally and Naupo have to slide down because I'm like, well, I thought that Oski Nass were better than them and they lost 4-0. So push everyone down to A. I don't know.
I mean, if I got to edit this as just to, there's not many fixes to like make it what I would do, but I would put Drally and Nepo right next to Zen and Atow. I wouldn't put them in, like, a
don't
gap.
do that.
I'd put them right next to them.
Don't do that.
Just because I think it's more of a bold prediction.
Jack, help
I like
me.
being bold. LJ Chronic, I'd put them in B, and then Caleb, Gus, Dark, and no one. I mean, they can just like slide over to the left as well. I don't think we need a gap. I would just remove gaps. No awkward spaces, you know? It's like when somebody goes to the cinema, they leave one awkward space, and they're like, well, who's going to sit there? You just removed a chair from existence.
Yeah, so it would have looked better if we pushed them all down, is what you're saying, and just left Zen and Atow by themselves.
Do you guys think if you're allowed to move one team, let's to finish off, what one team would you move?
Yeah.
Where?
Who are you guys moving?
I'd probably just shift Drally and Naupo down and just have everyone in A and said unlucky. Put it, yeah.
My one, I made it pretty clear. LJ Chronic in B would be my move. But
that's a big move.
What about
wow,
you, Jack?
They just don't look like they should be in.
What's my one move I would take? I would make. Let me think.
T-Bits, there is no template, by the way. CJ's on Microsoft Paint.
If
there's no template.
There's no exactly.
I would put. This is the thing. We've not like Zach and Reveal to me are probably over like the twins. I could put that, but we've not like ordered this. You know. These
what about not
properly.
just moving?
If moving, I would put drop Sandrofino down to D. That would be my move. They could be top, but I put them down to D. Yeah.
Just cherry pick.
So we've
South
got
America.
Jack Sam love sandwich, and the bread is Sam hate. So you've just bookended the show with Sam hate, and then
no, it's not hate. It's not hate. What? Hang on. Do you hate EU or NA? I was gonna ask if you hate NA, but that might be you might hate them, but I don't know. Do you hate any region that you say that a duo is just? I don't like the whole.
It's okay, Jack. I'm making a.
I know you are. I know you are.
Sweeping statements.
People love that, bro. Like whenever they want to like put any like slight, diss at a team that's from like Sam or MENA, it's all of a sudden hate for that region just because they're not as like big of a region. I don't know. It's weird.
You know what I'd do apart from the Drally now? If I could move between tiers, I'd probably put FK Atomic, Dan Beast Mode, and Zach Reveal right behind Oski Nass, and then wedge them in between Vatira Juicy. Yeah.
I don't know if I can give you that. I can give you like one of but I can't. I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. I think like Zach and Reveal, I could give you.
If it was Vatira or someone else,
great.
If it was Vatira Atow, I'd put them.
But Juicy is a great.
Juicy is a great twos player, but and then Rawas Khalil's like I just feel like Dan Beast Mode would like that matchup, like the NRG. Falc, anyone but Vitality kind of mindset.
I get what you're saying.
FK Atomic, maybe LJ Chronic like it too. Bit of racism ball comes in, so did they get promoted? Who knows? But it's tough. But yeah, Oski Nass have blown up the list. But I tell you what, this is going to be one of our most commented shortcasts, I'd say, lads. It has been fantastic having Jack on as our replacement, apparently GarrettG, for this episode. And we're going to call it there. We'll cover some other topics next week when the captain gets back. This pretty much just turned into a 2v2 masterclass or disaster class. I'm not sure.
Wait, so who wins NA? Last up. Final thought. Who wins NA this weekend?
FK Atomic. I'm back.
Well, we all say Drally Nepo.
I'd go with...
I'm going FK.
I go Zach and Reveal, I guess. Yeah,
it's a good call.
I'll say FK Atomic. I think FK Atomic will get it.
Oh, Dan Beast Mode could just take it. I might really be underrating FK and Atomic here because we'll see. I think that they're like, they played very well in the Swiss stage. Though I'll give it to them. They did play very well. I would have them going out in semis though.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for it. I mean,
We'll
this is
see.
going to be a good. I love that RLCS 2s exists. Like that's just
Yep.
the big thing here is that this now exists. So there's no more the amount of hypotheticals over the years. Who's the best 2s team? Well, we don't really know. Everybody's got their own take. Well, now we're going to know. So it's really fun.
Yeah.
That and NA all signed up. You know, I want to my final thought is props to all the NA teams and players, all the pros for actually signing up to NA2s because it's really you know, heavily populated. Are there any major omissions? Not really. All the good players are in here, so good stuff.
Well, Justin
yeah,
trolling with Garrett was probably the only omission.
whoa,
Not saying, whoa,
jeez.
sorry, not saying trolling.
guys,
not saying,
Garrett's like a top 11 twos player. I
He
saw him,
actually
like,
is a
few weeks
grinder.
ago.
Respect
He
to the
is,
cap.
he is,
He's
yeah.
not watching anyway. He won't find out about this. But yeah, we'll find out this
He might.
weekend. I got FK. Yeah, he won't watch this. But what we'll do is we'll get Johnny to reshuffle these, and we'll tweet it out, and we might even throw it at the end of the YouTube video for you guys to have a look at the final reshuffled list. I think we might still need to have some discussions in our group chat over exactly. I don't know if you want to come to an agreement. Yeah, we might have to fully give Johnny the keys to that, but we'll find out.
I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna troll.
Okay, we'll put a tweet out. But Jack, it's been an absolute pleasure. Would love to have you on again sometime.
Yeah, thank you,
and
Jack.
thank you to everyone watching, to the people. And thanks to the patrons. That's it for Chalkcast 139. We'll see you guys next week. Check out NA2s this weekend. And Johnny, we might have to run some predictions as well on the Patreon for the people.
Yeah.
The actual bracket
we'll
to see how we go. But yeah, appreciate you all. JohnnyBoi.
All right.
I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.